Good afternoon to all. I am Pritha Nagpal, AVP Sales at Jobs for Her. I welcome all of you. I will be your moderator for today's workshop. Welcome again to the Accelerate workshop tracks on the most innovative practices in women returnee programs. This session will be held from 1:30 to 4 p.m. And our first speaker for the day is Kritika Krishnan, Director, System Engineering, Verizon India. So we will have this presentation for 20 minutes, followed by a QA session. So welcome, Kritika. The stage is all yours, and I'll share the other screen.
Thank you so much, Preeta. Thank you for having me here. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are all staying safe and staying home in this COVID situation. And I'm extremely happy to meet you all here as part of Jobs for Her. So I'm Kritika Krishnan, 21 years plus in the industry. And I've been associated with Verizon for the past 11 years. So I wanted to talk to you all a bit about the Women Return Program we have at Verizon. So as you all know, you know all the statistics, and we are all data-driven people, and our prime skill and our prime strength is data itself. So as you know, in India, if you look at compared to the other developed countries, India is at the forefront where 50% of our women or girls do take science, and there is a good 30% which gets into engineering. And if you look at it, after that, uh, when it comes to the frontline workers or people who join into the technology division, it is only 29% at entry level. While you compare this with the statistics with the US, you would have it way less when it comes to STEM, and you would see a lot of programs which are focused on the drive towards women education itself, especially through STEM and the engineering practices itself. Generally, when we look at the spectrum of any women's, if you look at any girl or any woman who works in the technology division, there are different stages. The first stage is where you are very ambitious, you are right out of college, you have done a degree, you have done your graduation, and then you jump into the technological wing. You learn a lot of new things, you explore, you grow. Picking up skill set is so easy, you are on your own, and that is where you are very, very ambitious. The second stage, I would call it as the stage where you have a cultural shock. So now that you are in an organization and you learn about and you learn the skill set, you learn about how to work around, etc. Slowly, the expectations of the organizations towards you also, towards the individual also increases in terms of, can this person take a leadership position? Can this person become an architect? There are various things through which they can go forward. And that is the stage where personally also we have a lot of things going on. We would go into the life milestones, and that is the stage where I would call as the culture shock. So from here, you would go to the next where you have an acceleration of your entire career, the way you work. You would have set up your home well if you had the milestones personally, and then if you had gone on a break to learn something, you would have learned that and become more skilled. And then you would start refocusing on your career priorities now that you get some time. And finally, from here, it would go into the self-actualization, and further, it would just get expanded if it is with respect to the career. So if you look at it, the WINGS program, we call it the WINGS for women who return to work. So the WINGS program itself is focused on the young talent which is available, on the women talent which is available, on the culture shock section where, like in this story which goes on this, what you are viewing. So the first stage is where the aspiring women professional comes in. So they would have milestones, for example, childcare. It might also, these days, it might also be for reasons of taking care of their parents, etc. Or you may want to take a break, build your skill set, do something completely different. So after a period in time, the women employee might start thinking, can I come back to work or can I return? And they would have quit, and then they will come back and think about, can I return to work and can I resume my career as such? So when this stage comes where they have done a calculated decision due to the milestone or and various other reasons, and they have quit, and then they want to come back to work. So that is where there are multiple things which happen and which take place in a woman's mind. For example, am I updated with respect to technology? I've been off the grid for quite some time. Am I upgraded with respect to technology? While I was young and ambitious and I came into the profession, I was very aspiring. Am I confident now? Am I, if I go back to the job, will I be given a pay which is at par to the industry? And will I have enough time, given that the life milestones have happened? Will I have enough time to actually assimilate myself into the work? So these are the various things which would go on in a woman's mind. So if you look at it from the angle of the industry itself, they normally look at these women who return back to work. The industry is not very confident about them, and they think about them as people who are not up with respect to technology. There is a break, so there will be a lot of adjusting which they have to do. And can it be run as a campaign? So these are few things which would be going on in the which are normal in the industry. So as part of Wings, what did we do at Verizon? So the first one is, there are two parts to it, isn't it? The organization itself and then the women employees who come back. So for the organization itself, we had some orientation programs with manager sensitization as well, so that the managers understand that these are people who are coming back to work after a break. They have been away from work, they have to upgrade their technology, etc. So that sensitization goes on, not just for the supervisors, but also for the talent acquisition team. And for the hire who's coming in, for the women who have taken a break and who are coming in, we ensure that there is an orientation program and also skill reintegration. Hey, you've been working on this skill set. Why don't you brush this up? And then we also offer a buddy support, so that be it a technical query or be it navigating through the system, they will have enough support from the organization also. And the compensation, as far as Verizon is concerned, is at par with the Verizon standards. And we would also give them a warming period through which they can just reintegrate themselves with the technology, as well as with respect to their day-to-day job. On there is a rhythm, isn't it, for you to set it up at home and then come to work and then set it up at the office also. So there is a warming period for them. And then we also do periodic pulse checks to ensure that people have settled in fine. If they need any help, we offer that. Rita, if you can move to the next slide. Thank you. So looking at what are the top drivers for anybody to come back to work. So, or the second innings, after they take a break, there is a lot of population which quit and they don't come back. If you look at the population of people who have gone back for a break, at least more than 50% do not come back. So what are the drivers for them? The first driver is financial need, obviously, and they also look at a desire to learn new skills. Being in technology, having learned all that, there is always a desire and push to learn new skills. And again, you have been active and you have been working in an office. The lack of fulfillment by staying at home is the other one, which is one of the prime driver. So based on these needs, what the unemployment challenges are, which are available in the market, is the unequal salaries, lack of career advancement opportunities, and lack of professional development capabilities and opportunities. So these are the ones which they have to face, where if they have taken a break, when they come back, they would go back to either the prior salary or even much more lesser. And since their skill set is not updated, they do not advance in career as fast as they should. And in terms of professional development, also the opportunities are very minimal. So these are the ones which they face. But the actual picture which is there is the women who come back or have a greater ability and they look forward to the challenge. They have a greater ability to multitask and they have higher engagement level. Bringing up a child, for example, if you are going on a child care, it is not an easy job and you naturally get those multitasking skills, and you get well versed in doing multiple things in the same time and also efficiently. So these are the ones which are on the actual picture and which enable us as well. So In order to satisfy and tap into this pool of people who have the talent, who are capable of multitasking, who once come in, they are vested to stay back. That is where we started driving the Wings program itself. So we started a talent and skill-based recruitment. The compensation, like I said, is at par with Verizon standards. So we have, for the new joinees who join through this program, there are plethora of learning opportunities. It is not just the skill set alone. Verizon as such, if you look at, we drive something called as a talent transformation program by itself, which has a lot of, depending on the futuristic roles an individual would play, there are a lot of career opportunities and a lot of learning opportunities within the organization through self-learning tools. And as a part of the return to work itself, there is an integrated and there is an induction followed by an integrated return to work program through which there is an orientation towards how do you get back to your career and how do you do networking, negotiation skills, win-win skills. All these are given as case studies so that women are well equipped to come back along with their technical skills. Along with that, they have to deal day in, day out with the managers. So the managers are also sensitized and they ensure that they are sensitive enough to look at their skills and ensure that they hone their skills. Again, like I said, there is a smooth assimilation, a buddy support program, as well as a 3-month warming period for the specific individual so that they can settle into the system nicely. So who can make use of this Wings program? Anybody who had a minimum of 6 months to 5 years breaks, they can come as part of this. We do focused recruitment drives. So in order to enable ourselves that we focus on this sector and we are sensitizing the managers as well as the recruitment team. So with that in hand, we will be able to talk to them and run this as a separate program. And also what we do is the talent acquisition team also, apart from the managers and the workforce who have to work with them, they are also sensitized. What we also do is we also go back to the alumni women who have taken a short break or who have quit the organization based on their life milestone and ensure that we give them an opportunity to come back. So this has, in the next slide, I will talk about the results this has yielded. So this is not even a diversity and inclusion initiative any longer. This has come as part of the talent acquisition culture within Verizon itself. So Preeta, if you can move on to the next slide. So I have just 6 pillars here on what as an organization we have reached out of the entire Wings program itself. On a higher level, if you look at it, the women who have come in as part of the Wings program, they stay with us for longer. Just like how I said, their commitment to the organization is more. Similarly, we do not have issues of attrition with them. They stay at least a minimum of the record from our organization says at least a minimum of 40 months with us. And that helps us to have a stable environment, a stable workforce as well. And if you look at it, their mind also, there's an entire shift in their mindset, both for the women employees who come back, which gives them a lot of confidence that they can come back to their grounds. The mindset of the organization with respect to the leadership and the people who work with them also changes because if you look at it, the multitasking skills they bring to the table, the leadership skills they bring to the table, and the ability to work under pressure, all these are prime skills to work in an organization. So those are few things which they bring to the table. And this, because of we have been doing it on a regular basis and we have been focusing on that, and we are also reaching out to the alumni women within Verizon who have left Verizon, I should say, there are more adoption by women returnees also. And overall, it also gives them a sense of pride. If it is an alumni, there is no doubt saying that, oh, I worked for this organization, I took a break, I came back. That has helped as well. So this gives a diverse group of employees also for us. And it becomes a competitive talent with longer tenure. And last but not the least, women who are hired for leadership roles, they are very good and excellent in terms of the decision-making skills, be it the multitasking, and they have a long career growth And with all of the talent acquisition programs and with all of the talent transformation programs which we have with Verizon, they have a very good upskilling appetite. So they keep learning, and that helps the organization in turn as well. So in a nutshell, I would like to conclude before I open it up for questions by saying that, so this Verizon has given a platform to any women who wants to come back and take a look at their career again. We enable them by ensuring that they have enough time to reskill themselves or refresh their skills, I would say. And if they, after that, if they want to learn new skills, we are open to that as well. We give them that platform to do that as well. We have a buddy who would help them in and out throughout the program. And we have a warming period through which they will go through the warming period. The pay is also to current Verizon standards. They will get the same pay. There will not be anything less which we pay them. So that way, we offer everything on a platter to a woman employee. On the organization end, we also ensure that both the talent acquisition team as well as the managers who have to work day in and day out with these employees are sensitized on what they work on. And in order to assimilate this set of people within the team without any hesitation, as well as give them enough room to work as well. So with that, I would say this is one of the best programs in the industry, and I'm extremely proud to be part of this program, as well as to be part of Verizon, which is offering this excellent program for the industry.
Wow, a lot of amazing stuff you guys are doing at Verizon. So thank you, Kritika, for your time, and really appreciate it. We finished actually before time. So thank you.